WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 6.
Concert to replace the canceled Faster Horses Festival also gets canceled. It's our top story at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran.
And I'm Siobhan Klepfer. A music festival in Brooklyn has been postponed just days before it was scheduled to begin.
Organizers with the Country Roads Music Festival announced on social media that they would be holding off until 2026. 6 News reporter Sean Graney spoke with the decision makers of the festival today, and he's here for you now to tell us why.
I'm here at the Groves, where dozens of country artists from across the region were set to dazzle Michiganders with local and national acts. But organizers now say they will have to wait another year. Just days before the first performance, the show that emerged to fill the void of Faster Horses Music Festival has now pulled the plug.
We made a very tough, difficult, but long-term strategic decision for us because we didn't want this to be a one-and-done festival.
The Country Roads Music Festival was due to take place this Friday through Sunday here at the Groves, including over 20 scheduled performances. Groves owner Darcy Keys anticipated drawing hundreds of families and music fans to Brooklyn and cites low ticket sales and not enough time to fully spread the word out as reasons why things ultimately fell apart.
We want to make sure that anything that we do is really high quality, what the people want, and something that people come to and they want to make it a family annual tradition.
Longtime country music promoter Al Garcia, who worked hard to put together the music performances and promote the event, is devastated at the cancellation.
I was shocked. I got the call on Monday and, I was like, what am I going to do?
Keys says the goal is to retool and organize the fest in a format so that people can pack this park year after year.
It was a lot to do in a condensed time frame because of when we got the announcement. Our fear was that if we did this, we would have had no chance going forward. And so hopefully we've made the good long-term strategic decision.
Organizers say tickets have already been refunded, and Keys tells me to keep your eye on social media for a feedback questionnaire for next year's event. Here for you in Brooklyn, Sean Graney, 6 News.
Well, the U.S. Senate has now passed a rare bill that'll take back $9 billion in federal funding that Congress already approved.
Nearly $8 billion is in cuts to foreign aid programs, and more than $1 billion involves the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. The bill now heads back to the House for a final vote where it is expected to pass.
Well, this will impact Mid-Michigan's local PBS station, WKAR, that's on the campus of MSU. In anticipation of this, station leaders have already had layoffs, and now there could be more to come. The general manager says this is something that the public doesn't want to see.
I have no doubt that there is more public support for public media than is represented in the vote that we saw in the Senate yesterday. I believe that, this is just not just my belief, but we have data to support that across this country, the majority of Americans believe in the value of public media.
And you can see the full interview with Sean Turner on our website, WLNS.com.
The Michigan Environmental Lobby is winning some and losing some in the debate over how to fund the roads. Capitol correspondent Tim Skupic is here for you now with a look at where things stand.
The Michigan Environmental Lobby is on a mission to stamp out the carbon footprint in our state, especially on our highways where gas guzzlers are pouring tons of carbon gases into the air every day. The Greens' major hope is to sell enough EVs that will produce cleaner air and healthier citizens. Entered the debate a couple of months ago, Republican House Speaker Matt Hall, who got the Greens up in arms. He announced if the governor called for a fee increase on EV drivers to, quote, pay their fair share, he would support her. Legislative environmentalists and friends said, wait a second, that's not going to work. That's because they argued higher fees would reduce the sale of EVs. So score one for the Greens. They got what they wanted. This lobbyist for the road builders, who wanted the higher fees, declares that issue is dead.
We haven't seen a bill that's been introduced for an increased fee.
But the bad news for those who want to protect the environment is that the new Trump administration will kill a hefty $7,500 tax credit if you buy an EV. That credit will end in September. And with it, the fewer sale of EVs.
For equity purposes, that EV fees need to be increased. but we haven't seen any proposals yet.
So while the Greens fought off the dreaded state fee increase, they are losing another battle to get rid of the gas tax and replace that with a road fee based on the miles you drive. The more you drive, the more you pay. Some argue that might motivate some motorists to buy an EV to avoid the higher fees. But that one's not going anywhere either.
You know, there are a plethora of revenue sources that other states have tried, and I think that we're taking a look at in Michigan, but nothing has really gotten the support to be tested.
So to put it in sport terms, the Michigan Environmental Lobby on the legislative front is 1 win and 2 losses. With more to come, they hope, on the win side. Your view in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
An annual effort is now underway to help empower young local girls.
Yeah, the Empower Her retreat is taking place at MSU's Brody Hall.
That's right. Organizers say the retreat, designed for 4th through 9th grade girls, cultivates leadership, confidence, and connection through workshops, hands-on activities, and inspiring guest speakers. These experiences are part of a 3-day camp curated to empower girls to discover their voice and potential.
I mean, when I think about what 4th through 9th grade girls are faced with today, we, through the confidence piece and through building resiliency and then through connecting with a community, really focusing on how you can counteract some of that pervasive negativity and become the kind of leader that we really need for our society's future.
Now in its 10th year, Empower Her is dedicated to creating a space where youth can be themselves, try new things, and build lasting confidence and leadership skills.
In East Lansing tonight, you can go back in time at the Albert Al Fresco Recreation Area with 80s Night. In addition to family games and live music, 80s Night will feature Star Farm, a 1980s band from East Lansing from 7:15 to 9:30, and Pinball Pete's will provide pinball and arcade machines to play for free outdoors. It's all happening at 220 Albert Avenue.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I guess we were all getting a little tired of the heat, so today was refreshing out there, but personally, I'm looking forward to more 80s on the way, and those return this weekend. Our picks on 6 pick of the day, a little Where's Waldo, except it's a deer this time from Laurie in Langsberg. And not too hard to pick out there, but boy, blends in nicely with all the yellow color. If you want to submit your weather photos, just do so at WLNS.com/share. We'd love to see lots more as we cruise through summer heading towards fall. Our high temperature trend, now notice our average high out there today, 83 degrees, but in about 10 days, it drops a degree. So we're now heading down as far as the normal highs and lows as we get closer and closer to fall. But we've got some hot weather on the way next week with highs in the 90s both Wednesday and into Thursday. There's our stubborn cloud cover that's been out there today, pretty much as expected. Was hoping it would break up a little bit by now, and it's slowly starting to. Zooming out just a bit, there's no storm system behind that. In fact, there's a large area of high pressure that's going to be building into the region tonight and through tomorrow. For tomorrow morning, that means lows in the 50s. It'll be kind of a cool start to the day. We'll warm though into the upper 70s by the late afternoon. Still very little humidity to worry about, so again, it's going to feel great outside. Moving into the weekend on Saturday, a little area of low pressure to our west begins to move in. That will give us a chance for a few scattered showers and storms on Saturday, but there's not a widespread green area, which does mean you'll probably have still a fair amount of outdoor time as well. Temperatures currently 69 in Howell, same thing in Mason, 70 for Charlotte, 71 Lansing, 71 in St. John's. It feels okay out there, just kind of a shock to the system. On the McLaren cam, lots of clouds, 71 the current temp. The high occurred very early today at 76 degrees. We've been in the 60s most of the daylight hours. In Grand Ledge, still plenty of clouds, temperature holding at 70 after a high of 72. In the morning low, only down to 63, so not much temperature variation today. In Jackson, still plenty of clouds as well, temperature at 68, today's high 73. Wind gust was impressive, up to 35 miles per hour. In Hillsdale, same story, cloud cover, temperature 69 degrees, high was a bit warmer at 74, and our daytime low was at 65 degrees. Tonight's forecast for the overnight, 56, going to feel great out there. Skies becoming partly cloudy or even mostly clear at times tonight. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, 70 at noon, but only 79 by 5 o'clock. Low humidity, light winds, and sunshine. It should be a fantastic finish to the work week. The 6-day forecast, dodging some rain showers and storms on Saturday. Sunday looks good, so does Monday and Tuesday, but it gets hot. Wednesday, 92, near 90 on Thursday with a few showers and storms. Those should be out of here for the weekend, which leaves us with mid-80s and lows in the 60s. Not too humid, but definitely summer-like for next weekend.
Yeah, Jerome and I were just talking about how much we enjoyed today.
Yeah, I mean, it was a refreshing change.
I liked it. It was, I know most people like the sun, but when I woke up and there wasn't any, I thought, nice, I can cool down a little bit.
Kind of gets me in the mood for some football, college football.
Oh, you had to go there. You had to just go too far, David.
My second favorite time of the year besides summer.
Yeah, yours and a lot of people. Thank you, David. Still to come tonight, do you know what to do if you find a bat in your house? We're going to tell you all you need to know right after the break.
So stay right there. 6 News at 6. We'll be right back.